Hey there. I was just remembering this morning about something that happened a few days ago when I was at the little theater in town. I had to go to the restroom, and they have two restrooms, and one is very narrow. And in order to, it's just really narrow. I washed my hands. I had to scooch up to the sink there pretty close. And then when I stood up, the mirror was right there, and my face was inches from the mirror, and I was appalled. It looked like I was looking at the face of a 70-year-old instead of not nearly there yet. And I was like, oh my God, what happened? Who am I? Where did those wrinkles come from? I was literally shocked and appalled. Well, that's how we are. See, we don't really see ourselves as we are. We see ourselves more like, we're prepared to see ourselves. We see ourselves in a way that makes sense to us, that helps us to be okay with the reflection. But I think it was probably good for me to see that, even though it was horrifying, because maybe it reminds me to take care of myself. Don't forget to slather on the cold cream or the whatever, and maybe buy some new lipstick or something. But it also helps me to remember to see myself the way others see me too. And I'm not talking about just looking your age. I'm talking about we get in habits. We get certain ways of thinking, certain ways of being. We all have habits. Some are good ones, Some of them are not so. And anyway, we forget maybe the effect we might have on other people who are seeing us for the reality of who we are. Some people see the illusion of who we are too. Sometimes people see the thing that we've made up for them to see. They don't see the true you. They see the part of you that is on public display, but they may never even get to know the true you. Maybe sometimes that's not a bad thing. Sometimes that's how you protect your privacy and whatnot, but sometimes maybe you're cheating yourself out of something richer, deeper, better, because you refuse to let somebody know who you really are. And you're the one being cheated, not to mention that other person. But also you gotta, remember you are who you are, and it's not a bad thing to let yourself be known, but it's also not a bad thing to kind of update that reflection of yourself and ask yourself, is this really who I am? Am I happy with who I am? Is there anything I can do about it? Or is, hey, all's good, let her roll. Sometimes you need to see yourself for who you are rather than who you think you are. And that's the moral of this story.